We're now talking about a safety issue.
Yes.
And that is a completely different situation here. You came here to ask me, Dr. Phil, this is basically a good guy, but we have some differences in the way we see things. Can we resolve those? My answer probably would have been yes. You can resolve those things. Relationships are a negotiation, and negotiation never ends. If you have problems, you resolve them. You get through them. But when I talk about relationships, there are a few things that are what I consider drop-dead deal breakers. And physical violence is one of the short list of things that are drop-dead deal breakers. Drug addiction is a drop-dead deal breaker. Because once you get into that situation, your very life could be in danger. Now, does it mean that he would want to hurt you? He doesn't have to want to. If he drops you on the floor and you hit your head and you get a clot and you have a stroke and you die, you're just as dead whether he meant to do it or whether he didn't. That's why it's a zero tolerance situation. You do not put your hands on a woman in anger ever, period. Zero tolerance. Nor should you put your hands on him in anger. But that's not what we're talking about here. This is a deal breaker. And you should not be alone with him again unless and until a professional has been involved in this situation, has worked out whatever dynamic causes him to give himself license to get physical with you, and that objective professional tells you that in their professional opinion, you are safe to proceed. Until that happens, you should not be around this person. I'm sorry. I don't mean he's a bad guy. And I'm very sensitive about this because he's not here to defend himself. I would love to hear his side of this. So everything I'm talking about here is one-sided. It's your side of it. And not that I think you're lying, but I don't care how flat you make a pancake, it's got two sides until it comes to putting your hand on a woman in violence. And that is not okay under any theory. You are in danger here. And should you continue a relationship with him? Absolutely, unequivocally not, unless it is under the supervision of some professionals who can work out these things. If he has anger issues, he needs to resolve them. If you two have a dynamic where you come together in a spark way, then that needs to be resolved. But at this point, I'm telling you, you should not be around somebody that has put their hands on you in anger and violence.